YouTube, what is up? Back at it again with another Marvel Legends X-Men review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Walgreens exclusive Emma Frost. Now, I know these are have hit shells or hitting shells. I just want to tell you guys to be patient. Don't overspend for this figure. This one is definitely going to be readily available and found in stores. With the holidays coming around, I don't think this one's going to give you as hard of a time as the Danny Moonstar, which is another Walgreens exclusive. So, just some history on Emma Frost here. She is an Omega level telepath. She's also known as the White Queen. She's a villain turned hero. First appearance in comic books would have been the Uncanny X-Men issue 129. I want to say she came out 1980. That was the year I was born, as a matter of fact. But that's neither here nor there. She came from pretty much a wealthy family, was bullied in school, ran away after her father discovered she was sleeping with the teacher. With her abilities, she was able to make so much money that she was invited to join the Hellfire Club. Um, that's when they started pretty much calling her the White Queen. Uh, when she discovered that the Hellfire's Club true mission was to kill all mutants, um, you know, she re- uh, she read one of the members' minds, and then her and Sebastian Shaw, kind of took the Hellfire Club down from within, and pretty much renamed it the Inner Circle. And then she opened a school, like a prep school, which was a way for the Inner Circle to recruit other mutants. And while she was doing that, she ended up getting into a fight with the X-Men, and during that battle, she was left in a coma. But before slipping into her coma, she asked Professor X if he could take over her school, knowing that he had a soft spot for kids and with abilities. And when he did so, he kind of merged that school with his school. And she woke up and she discovered that that's what happened. She was pretty upset. Eventually she got over it, and the X-Men kind of won her over. She joined the X-Men, and she went on teaching and trained pretty much Generation X. And then during a teaching stint on Genosha, uh, there was an attack by Sentinels where the Sentinels pretty much killed everybody there except for her because of her ability to turn her skin into uh, diamonds, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what they call it. Um, and then after that, she went to teach back at the damn, what's the name of that school? Oh, the Xavier School for the Gifted, obviously. And, she became friends with Beast and Cyclops, and she was actually in a situation where she was counseling Scott, psychically, and they end up having some sort of psychic affair, and that's when Jean found out about it and kind of walked in the room as they were having this affair on the astral plane, if you want to call it. And Jean was so mad that she brought back a bunch of bad memories that she had, and she was actually Jean was actually uh, um, damn, what was I saying? Kind of got off track. Sorry. So anyway, so Jean kind of got mad, and eventually she got over it. And there was an incident where Emma Frost was killed by I think an ex student of hers who, basically, shot her in her weak spot while she was in diamond form. So she's not invincible when she's diamond diamond form, but she does have weak spots, and I guess it's comic books for you. So from that point, uh, she fell apart, and then Beast even was brokenhearted about it. He tried to put her back together, couldn't do it, and Jean ended up, you know, after forgiving her and everything that happened, actually brought her back. And and then after that, Jean was killed off in some battle with not necessarily by Zorn, but they were attacked by Zorn, and she ended up dying. And then her and Scott, after they tore down the school, her and Scott went on, you know, together to run a new school. And yeah, with that being said, it goes on into House of M. If you guys don't know about that story, pretty much, Scarlet Witch took everybody's powers away except for Emma. Emma Frost was not except for her, but Emma Frost was one of the only mutants that didn't lose her abilities. And with that being said, she was even able to retain her memory of what her own timeline should have been. And with Jean Grey being out of the picture, her and Scott went on to have kids together in the House of M storyline, even though like she kind of knew that it was not true and not was what was really real. So anyway, sorry if you guys got a little bored. Hopefully you guys gathered some information about Emma Frost as we take a look at her. Um, there's a read up on the bio. A mistress of mind control, Emma Frost uses psionic abilities to read and manipulate the thoughts of her enemies. So there she is. UPC is gonna do you no good. You need like a WIC number for. Is that correct? Maybe, I'm not sure, for Walgreens, but as far as I know, you're not even able to look up on their website and find this figure. You'd have to go from store to store, and hopefully you will find somebody who's willing to assist you in locating this figure, which should not be a problem. And just keep in mind the holidays are around the corner, and I think she will be found in abundance, more so than the Danny Moonstar. And someone actually found this figure for like $1.99 at their Walgreens, which is incredible. And I'd say they're probably clearing out for Christmas items. In the background there, you got Jean and Scott holding hands, and I was kind of gonna put this Emma Frost behind them as if Scott was kind of checking out Emma while he was holding her hand. So, without further ado, I know we're already a few minutes in. Here's a close up on her, and that's the head sculpt that she comes with. I know a lot of us were disappointed with this figure as far as the black costume. I don't mind it. At some point, I honest to God believe, wow, these fingers came out warped, pretty nasty. I don't know. It looks like she's throwing up the west side or something. Um, she's got interchangeable hands, so we're gonna have to do something about that. But yeah, this is a really good looking figure. Okay, so this whole cape comes off, which is pretty nice. Now, with this cape coming off, I think it would have been an awesome idea for them to give us an extra cape and one more head sculpt. So I can easily see a black queen with the other cape with the red rose and the hair up in a bun. If you guys know what I mean, what I'm talking about. Hopefully you guys are staying with me. So, is this coming off? Please don't do this to me while on camera. All right, there we go. That way we can maybe better appreciate this figure. So that's what the cape looks like. And this is the body without the cape. As you can see, pretty standard as far as female bodies are concerned. We do get some pretty dope double jointed knees here. These heels are probably going to make this figure hard to stand. Back paint on point. Everything about this figure is actually, man, really cool. I appreciate it. I'd go ahead and give Hasbro a thumbs up with this one. This is not a bad figure at all. I think most what I like about this figure is going to be the extra head sculpt. Now, let's see if I can get her to stand. So, let's see. Which is going to be this head sculpt here. And pretty much came with 2 standard fisted hands, which is awesome. So this is going to be that secondary head, which looks more like a White Queen to me than that head. So if we had a body to go with it, I mean, we've seen several people make other figures, or make a White Queen using other figures, I should say. So with that being said, here's a good example of something you guys might want to try out or look into. So this here could be painted. We got this white corset on top. Corset, excuse me. Sorry if you guys hear that background noise. And we can pop this head on the torso and switch out those arms. And, you know, if you wanted to even take that a little farther, maybe do leg swaps here. Maybe even replace this piece here, use the bottom, do a little bit of painting. You know, it's probably, you know, there's, wow, no end to what you can do with these extra heads that they're giving us. And even, you know, this may not be perfect, but even that might, you know, work out a little for you guys if you guys really want a White Queen, Emma Frost. But yeah, man, overall, this is not a bad figure. Do you really need this in your collection? I mean, it just depends on what type of story your shelves are gonna tell. You know what I mean? And if you can see that, that is a freakishly good look. Now, I know that some people are complaining about certain things as far as the body on this and the way Emma Frost looks in the comics, but I gotta say, you know, I don't think Hasbro is gonna go that route anymore. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about, as far as the last Emma Frost we got was well proportioned, if you know what I mean. You know, so there she is. Pretty dope figure. I like it. This lady's got crazy abilities, from psychic, mental telepathy, and all this other good stuff. Impenetrable skin. Well, I mean, except for, you know, Cyclops. He can, yeah. That's neither here nor there. But hope you liked the video. I know it's a little late, but as always, please like. Do not forget to subscribe, and take care.